about the so-called basic fluency. About the so-called basic fluency. Because I've heard about that, but it's bullshit. Because for me, you only can say that you speak a language if you know at least that language at least on a low intermediate level. Because if you don't have a low intermediate level on that language, let's see if you can't deal at least with a minimum of 1,500 words, minimum, that's the minimum, between that and 1,750, or a little bit more, near 2,000 words, you can say that you speak that language. You only can say that you study that language. You guys already know that. I already talked about that. But people talk about basic fluency. Well, I don't see the point about talking about that. I don't see the point. Because, well, if you're intermediate, it's okay to spot the difference between low intermediate, intermediate, and upper intermediate. If you're an advanced learner, it's also very pretty damn good to spot the difference if you're a low advanced or you're a high advanced or if you're near native. But beginners and high beginners, I believe they should stay they should stick with the same. Let's see, I'm a beginner and that's it. So basic fluency, it's something that it really pisses me off when people talk about basic fluency. I know that sometimes when we study a lot of languages, it is probably very possible. Very probable that there are some languages that we can't move over basic fluency. But I defend basic fluency when something like when you don't have too many resources and then you use what you have, you only have that resources. For instance, there are a few languages that I don't have many resources. And probably those languages I won't be able to surpass a basic fluency level. But okay, there is this thing. If you really want to talk about basic fluency, you should grab yourself a course. You should grab yourself a course, a beginner's course, but go through the whole thing over and over again in order to consolidate your knowledge. Because high beginners can't maintain a conversation. High beginners need to use English. High beginners need to use English or other language. High beginners can say, I speak this language. Do you? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, of course. But due to some lack of resources, it is possible that I have some languages on my list that I will probably not surpass the high beginners level. But related to that, I would like to reach that fluency. I mean, I would like to go through the course and over again revise everything. For instance, let's talk about a language that I just decided to study, which is Cherokee. I could find a beginner's course. I was about to buy it from in internet, but I could find it when I believe it's level 2. So it's not an independent user. It's beginner's level. Independent user is level 3 and level 4, and upper level it's levels 5 and level 6. I believe it's level 2, between level 2 and level 3 maybe, I don't know, I have to check that out. Anyway, Cherokee, okay, not for now, I don't know exactly when will I study that, but it's one of those languages that I probably won't be able to move through to that, you see. Level 2, it will be probably all that I will be able to reach due to lack of resources. So if you really have lack of resources, I defend basic fluency. There are some languages that I don't have many resources, but if you want to talk about basic fluency, make sure that you go through the whole thing over and over again, and that you know very well all that's in that book, and that you can have a conversation, short conversation, of course, but make sure that you can have that kind of fluency, you see? Because if you don't tell me that you're a high beginner, because I could say that I speak a lot of languages. Damn, no, that's bullshit. I don't. Unfortunately, not yet. I'm a high beginner in some languages, but that for me doesn't look too humble for me to say I'm a high beginner. I speak this language. Not, of course not. For me, as you guys already know, first you have to reach the low intermediate level. By the time you reach the low intermediate level, you can say that you speak that language. And of course, and from there onwards. So the thing is, basic fluency, fluency is fluency, and fluency for me is an upper intermediate level. And knowing how to speak a language is at least a low intermediate level. Basic fluency, just like I said, if you don't have many resources, make sure you move through the whole thing. For instance, if you want to study a language, I'm going to give you another example. I don't know when I'm going to study this language, Tibetan. By the time I only had a phrase book. I only had a phrase book, a Lonely Planet phrase book. Probably I wouldn't be able to reach a low intermediate level at least. My goal is intermediate. I don't know anything about that yet. But since now I got a more than standard Tibetan, I believe I will be able to reach intermediate level one day if I don't die. So, but that was due to lack of resources. Same thing happens to me with Cherokee, Wolof, and some other languages, but that will be another story. So, that's it, guys. About the so-called basic fluency. Fluency is fluency. If you don't have any more resources, make sure you study pretty damn well, all that you have, in order for you to say that you got some knowledge of that, and that you can really show some knowledge of that. So think about this, guys. Fluency is fluency. Basic level, intermediate level, it's intermediate level. Beginner's level, it's beginner's level. So see you guys then.